Hello, and welcome to the Crystal Lightworkers podcast to aid spirituality and well-being using crystals. My name is Jackie Winters, founder of the British Academy of Crystal Healing, and today I would like to share my conversation and experience of working with Euphoralite. This time it is white harmony. Hello everyone, I hope you're having an amazing day. Thank you for joining me again. Euphoralite is a collective name for a lot of different types of crystal, and I have experienced working with Pangea, and now I'm going to tell you about my experience working with white harmony. White harmony, oh my goodness, it felt like a comfort soother. Similar to when a child holds a teddy or a blanket or sucks on a soother for comfort. White harmony held me in a really safe place. And no matter how many times I do this work with crystals, holding harmony really is a full-time job. Our energy field gets buffered by changes that happen within the solar system, the movement of the planets, within the atmosphere, the temperature, with the climate change. Our emotional bodies change, our physical bodies change, our minds change, and within our home life and life circumstances there are always changes that are occurring. And these changes create disturbances within our energy field. So, holding white harmony just brings everything back into a beautiful, harmonious vibration. It's smooth. It's grounding. It's not out in the cosmos, if you know what I mean. In other words, it doesn't take your mind and blow your mind. It keeps you here and helps you maintain present moment awareness and brings everything into perspective. I can't get enough of it, absolutely. I'm hooked. I really love the fact that it can bring me back to harmony so quickly. So initially, when first connecting to the spirit of this crystal, I didn't have that blissed out feeling that I experienced with Pangea. You know, when you connect to Euphoralite, I'd already created an expectation that I was going to feel blissed out, very much like I did with the excitable energy of Pangea. But this time, the Euphoralite brought euphoria, but in a different way, in a different experience. So once I connected to that pure cleansing spirit of white harmony, in my inner eye, I saw a white light, soft, milky, and discerning. I love it when spirit assess you and you assess spirit. It's like two animals meeting for the first time and engaging in a heart-to-heart connection. I felt that white harmony was a no-nonsense type of energy. Not good, not bad, but neutral, harmonized, no disturbances. I felt it had great wisdom and the ability to purify me and restore peace and harmony within my mind, my emotions, and my physical body. And I sincerely hoped that it would choose to work with me. So I opened my heart and invited the light in. Within my inner world, my subconscious, below the everyday consciousness, the light traveled to my emotional center, where it felt as though there was an energetic congestion. The congestion was an overload of unexpressed emotions, all initiated from past thoughts and thought patterns that my body had not been able to digest properly. White harmony enlightened me to the bombardment of stimulus that our senses undergo here in the Western world. The multitasking, the overachieving, the loss of present moment awareness, the non-mindful approach to life. And as I am a sensitive soul, I had carried all these undigested emotional experiences within my upper abdomen, and a ball of energy that was impacting on my large and small intestine and my spleen was the effect of not being able to digest this overstimulus of experiences and energy. I reflected upon all the times that I had considered other people's emotional well-being above my own, all the times that I had carried hurts from the actions of others, enabling me to find compassion in my heart for them, but leaving my own feelings undigested and unprocessed within my center. The times that I had felt for other people, even saying out loud, "Oh, I feel for you, sweetie," sending love to them, but literally feeling their hurt within my emotional center, almost gathering the hurts of the world and storing them within my abdomen. I was emotionally attaching myself to their field of energy and absorbing their pain. Even when I began my journey as a healer, I did so because I knew how empathic I was, that I could feel other people's pain and suffering, and without realizing it, I was actually absorbing their pain into my own energetic field. As I grew as a healer, my capacity to recognize how to deal with this grew, and I did realize that I was doing this and learned how to become more detached when working with clients and working with students. I began to realize that I had to reprogram my mind to realize that I could love without feeling other people's pain. I began to differentiate between fact and fiction and understand that the disturbed vibrations within clients could actually serve their higher good. I recognized that the responsibility for healing lay with the client and that I was there as a guide only to help them use the unexpressed experiences that had created energetic disturbances to learn more about themselves and find their way back to harmony. More often than not, this was through a change of mental perception, a change within mindset, and the ability to find compassion, forgiveness, truth, inner wisdom, and finally peace. My own journey became disturbed within my feminine energy, the mother within me. She wanted to love and heal the world, take all the hurts away from people, and just leave a world where love was the order of the day. Maybe some of you are like that as well. You know, you want to mother everyone. Come here. When somebody's upset, come here. Let me give you a hug. I would do that often. Oh, my darling, come here. Let me hug you better. But without realizing it, I was absorbing their energy into my field, and I soon learned that the heart has two chambers, and to become harmonized, I must address truths and facts to distinguish between illusion and reality, to balance the emotions and reside totally within the energy of love. So I still do manage to offer hugs and love and support to my clients and to my students, but I do so with a detachment of the story. I don't get emotionally involved. I just love them no matter what, loving unconditionally. I realize that the earth is multi-dimensional, allowing souls to experience many vibrations which attract many different life events. None of them wrong and none of them right, just experiences that create a reality. And once I accepted this and realized that harmony resides within the mind, and a peaceful mind is the key to wellness. That if emotions were out of balance, it was due to a memory, a trauma, an unproductive thought pattern. I knew that I had to elevate my awareness, monitor my thoughts, and ask, are my thoughts bringing me peace, or are they disturbing my inner wellness? And if they disturb my inner wellness, I must take my awareness deeper within me to self-inquire. Why am I feeling this? What story is connecting to this feeling? I need to connect to my heart and find out how I can heal and see the truth and base it on facts and either accept or dismiss whatever my mind is conjuring up, and not often on a conscious level. Quite often it is on a subconscious level, and most healing, well, all healing with crystals is always starts in the subconscious, in the lower world, as the shamans called it, which is the subconscious. And I love it because I can really communicate crystals better in that subconscious world. White harmony taught me to take control of my thoughts. We often don't realize that it is actually possible to take charge of your thoughts, monitor what commandeers your mind and become too familiar with certain thoughts, which become us, really. We start to identify ourselves by our thoughts, and these thoughts become overlooked because it's almost like we are these thoughts. In fact, some of us become victims of these thoughts that are part of us, and when we are telling ourselves that we're not good enough or not clever enough or not healthy enough, that it is a programmed thought pattern that needs changing and cleaning and needs delving into the truth, because none of that is truth. Of course we are good enough, and of course we are clever enough and healthy enough. So observing what takes us away from harmony is extremely beneficial. And I was experiencing unclean thoughts myself about a situation based on a deep insecurity of not being provided for. The fear of not having would influence my actions throughout my working day, push me to work harder, give more of myself, and not relax into the ebb and flow of the truth. And the truth was that once I was at peace within my inner self, when I had dropped through the fear of not having, abundance would flow. Everything would come to me naturally. The torment, the pressure, and the stress was all initiated by my mindset, created by a deep feeling of insecurity and a lack of trust that I would be provided for. And with daily practice, meditation, breathing, crystal chakra layouts, and exercises, I acknowledged the truth. That's exactly what happened when I acknowledged it. I fell through into peace and finally dropped through the layers of the fear that lack had created within me. And now, although I don't profess to be a millionaire, on no level do I feel lack or not provided for. I know that all of my needs will be provided for, and I just need to stay in tune with my heart, relaxed, and not deprive myself on any level, and follow the flow of abundance within me. White Harmony showed me that as my healing journey progressed, I unearthed not only my disturbances, but my ancestors' disturbances too, which were embedded in my DNA. The emotions that surfaced that weren't actually mine, well, they are mine because I've chosen to become through and take on their DNA, but the emotions that surfaced and the thought patterns that started to unravel within me and affect these emotions were really quite foreign to me in the beginning. Why would I have these feelings? Why would I have them? There is no reason or logic reason in my life at present that I should have these feelings or mental thought patterns of lack or anything else that was coming up. And then I started to realize when White Harmony said, this is just not just your disharmony, it's the disharmony of all your ancestors, and that you have chosen to come here now and try and heal them, and realize that as these thought patterns trigger the emotions then start to trigger more thought patterns, and it's like a vicious circle that needs to be broken. White Harmony helped me understand that I am not just doing this for me, I am doing this for future generations. I am doing this to help because we are all energetically linked, particularly ancestrally, and to find harmony within me will eventually find harmony with my children, and so on down the ancestral line. I know that I need full acceptance of all my emotions, even if I don't recognize them and they're coming from my ancestors, but to allow them house room in my body and allow them to move, because resistance to feeling them creates stagnation. There's quite a few that I didn't like feeling, all these insecurities, and when anger came up, when annoyance came up, all of these different feelings inside of me, I sometimes resist feeling them because they're very strong and they're very intense. The loss of a loved one, the witnessing of death, jealousy, hatred, anger, fear, insecurity are all intense vibrations that the body has to find peace with. And not acting from that point, dealing with your internal emotions and taking control of your emotions, how you express those feelings is really important in healing, because energetically, if we as I say, shoot from the hip when we're angry, just go wah, 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 at somebody else, then the energy you're putting out in the atmosphere is going to return to you. And I know I don't like it when people are angry with me, so I have to find a way of dealing with my anger and not projecting it, dealing with my insecurity, dealing with my fears and not blaming anyone, but to own it and know that within me, this is not just me, it's all my ancestors. And on some level, I feel that my ancestors are here with me. They want this gone. They want future generations to live in peace and harmony. And as my masculine energy began to balance out the imbalance within my feminine energy, I became more emotionally detached to situations, world events, life in general, and I started to realize that the more emotionally detached I became, in other words, witnessing the anger, the fear, the worry, the sadness, etc., the easier it was to stay in the vibration of love. My body has been battered with all emotions it has experienced, and now I detached. I felt harmony, love, peace, and a soothing sensation that allowed me to maintain in the creator mindset. So I became very creative, and I started using my mind to help me create and birth things into this reality. More writing, more podcasts, more painting, more home decorating, and all the things that I absolutely love to do. And holding that mindset brought me joy and happiness. I often wonder how people that do not have crystals in their lives, how did they deal with the intensity of this world and return to harmony, being at ease with themselves instead of diseased? So many people live with dis-ease. So many people never experience peace until they leave the world. I hope that with the aid of Mother Earth and all her wonderful crystals, this all changes for future generations, and more of us are able to hold the space for others to find their way back to peace, love, and harmony. Thank you, White Harmony. Thank you so much. Again, I've had my mind and heart opened through our deep connection, and for this I am truly, truly grateful. And now I'd like to send all you crystal light workers love and support to help make a difference in this diseased world, to help people find peace, harmony, and love. I salute you and walk by your side, and am forever grateful that you are choosing to do this work along with myself and make a difference in this beautiful world, because I really do believe that the vibration of the fifth dimension and higher can be sustained on this wonderful planet. I would now like to invite you to join me on a meditation to connect to the vibration and the spirit of white harmony. So just center yourself down now. Bring your awareness fully into this moment in time. Relax deeply into your body and just exhale, surrendering deeper into the physical form and the peace and quiet of the now. Put awareness on your mind energy and become the witness of your mind rather than getting lost in the chatterbox mental perceptions that may be happening within your energy field at this moment, and try and elevate your mind to see above those chattering voices. And eventually, if you don't communicate with them, then the voices or the thoughts in your head will start to slow down and eventually find a peaceful vibration. So just breathe nice and deeply, slowly, mindfully, and have full presence in this moment. Now we're going to call on the spirit of white harmony and invite the energy vibration in the ethers to join us and connect to our heart. White harmony, spirit of Euphoralite, I invite you into my heart, into my neurological system, and I ask that you teach me how to find harmony, peace, and balance. Show me your ways. White harmony, beautiful spirit of Euphoralite, I invite you into my heart to help me find peace, balance, and harmony throughout all of my body. Please show me your ways. White harmony, spirit of Euphoralite, I invite you into my heart. I ask you to show me balance and harmony. Send the vibration through my body, and please show me your ways. The shamans believe that you should call on spirit 3 times and ask, so you really impregnate that intention into the atmosphere. And then sit quietly, observing and witnessing how you feel. You may begin to notice her milky, soft, nurturing energy envelop you. As you call on her vibration, just become aware of how everything starts to calm down. Your physical body starts to relax even deeper. Your mind slows down. And you may even see a beautiful white light that belongs to the spirit of this beautiful stone. Take time to become really mindful and really present during the experience, surrendering, releasing, and letting go, knowing that all is safe in the world, and it is safe for you to let go of any mental perceptions, any emotions, any memories that may surface, to drop into the silence and the harmony of now. Silence is the natural order of this earth. When we connect to the silence, we are better connected to our own intuition. We can listen to our inner tuition more easily during the silence. And when the stillness starts to vibrate in your energy field, it feels so refreshing, so regenerating, rejuvenating, and like a salve to your mind. Allow the energy to wash over you, to encompass you, to wrap the light around you, soothing you, nurturing you, and bringing through harmony and wellness. All is well in your world. You can stay as long as you like in the meditation. If you want to pause the podcast or just let it run out, you will find that you feel more at peace as you do. Well, thank you for joining me today. I am truly grateful and honoured that you've taken the time to listen to my interpretation of the vibration of white harmony. We also have video classes and we do have live tutorials. So if you fancy joining us at any time, we would be honoured and blessed to see you and share space with you. So for now, I'm going to say thank you once again, and I wish you all well, and hopefully we may meet at some point on our journey here on Earth. Sending love to you all. Thank you. Signing out, Jackie.